I promise that every time you see Tupac, you see a real human being. You will see my ups and my downs. I was raised in this society, so there's no way you can expect me to be a perfect person because I was raised in, you know, H-E-L-L. So I don't even want nobody to sweat me for that. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. That's how I feel. I'm going to do whatever I like.
Better learn about the dress code, B's and C's. All the mother suckers copycats, these is G's. Fuck the rap game, nigga, this M.O.B. So believe me, we enemies.
Y'all had an interesting dynamic. You and I spoke kind of about it on the phone, and how, you know, a lot of people don't understand that, you know, Tupac was that's your little homie.
Yeah,
Last words was you in Cuba.
Pac's 13 years younger than me.
Right.
And I knew Pac ever since he was in Digital Underground.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, as he moved up in the gangster rap ranks, of course, I worked with him. But I was not a fan of Pac hanging around L.A. gangbangers. You know, me being around it and growing up in it, and Pac being from the Bay. If you're from the Bay, you don't really, truly understand L.A. gangs. I'm just being honest. Right. And no matter how down you are, how gangster you are, L.A. gangs, you join an L.A. gang when you're 12, 13 years old, and you build a bond. So when you're 20, like Chris Brown or somebody, and they say I'm in a blood gang, you're not. You know, they'll come to the club with you, they'll party with you, but you ain't putting no work with them.
Right.
The bond is different.
Exactly.
The bond is different.
Yeah.
So I just worried about Pac. And when Pac first came, he was hanging out with the kids from Rated R and Macadocious, the first Thug Life kids. Them kids are Crips.
Right.
So then, you know, when he got with Suge, you know, now he's dealing with Bloods, right? Okay. So, you know, I would always just like get at him, you know, like, you know, but he was so hot.
Yeah.
He was so hot. And I told you a story. One night, Shock G, rest in peace, showed up at my door. So I'm living in Hollywood Hills. I get a knock on our door. I open the door, Shock G. I'm like, what the fuck you doing here, cuz? He like, man, I'm just up here in the hills. I asked if any black people lived up here. They said Ice-T.
Wow.
Knocked on my door. But he sat with me. He said, Ice, man, I wish you could talk to Pac because Pac respects you. But everybody kind of knew Pac was pushing the line.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, he crossed the line, getting involved in gang shit, you know, fighting over a chain. And to a gangbanger that's really gangbanging, it's like an insult to them. Like, it's like, you know, you're a rapper and you're stepping in our area. And, you know, like I tell people, I'm angry with Pac. Like that's my kid. Like,
yeah.
I mean, nah, I'm not gonna say he was my kid, but he was like a youngster,
like a
to
little
me.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I remember when Pac came over my house and he played Hit 'Em Up to me. And I was like, so I was like, you know, the first line was, I fucked your bitch. I was like, So I've always, you know, and when I say this kind of stuff, you know, the Pac stands, they're like, you're supposed to be riding with Pac no matter what. Yeah. But I'm like, nah, my job as an OG is to give him a little guidance.
Exactly.
You know, and I believe that, and you won't just hear me say that. You'll hear a lot of West Coasters say the same thing, that, you know, anyone that, I'll tell it to anybody, if you're not from LA, don't fuck with the gangs. If you come to LA and you decide, oh, I'm just gonna move into Hollywood Hills, and you meet some Crips, or you meet some Bloods, or you meet some Pyrus, or you meet some MS-13s, it's not the best idea to become friends and hang out with them or jump into that gang.
Exactly.
You know, it's just not the best idea. So, I mean, I miss Pac and I love Pac, you know, but
was he, what you think he was angry at you for not jumping out there with him?
Nah, he wasn't really angry. He was maybe just like, come on. He just felt like he didn't have any animosity towards me. I didn't have it. When I'm saying I'm angry, it's just, I'm just mad. Have you ever been mad somebody died?
Yes, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm not,
sure.
I miss him.
Yeah.
It's like you made some mistakes.
Right.
So, you know, I've said it and people, oh, you know, I guess they take it wrong.
Yeah.
You know, well, Ice-T thinks, see, things of it is in Stan's view, I can't tell Pac nobody because Pac is here and I'm here. But that's not how
That's
it
not
works.
the truth. Yeah.
It works like, you know, seniority.
Yeah.
I can sit Snoop down. Snoop be like, yo, OG, yo, whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, I'm older than everybody.
Real talk.
You know, so it's not about who got the most records. It's like, you know, and I wish he might would have paid more attention to myself and other people.
I mean, if he had heeded the information, he could probably still be here.
I mean, it's literally.
Yeah.
I mean, we all kind of know it was one false move.
Yeah, one false move. I mean,
No, it was accumulation of faults.
but I'm
right,
saying,
right.
but that situation, you know what I'm saying? You got involved in gang politics. You hit a motherfucker who you probably, you know what I'm saying?
Baby
You didn't have
Lane.
no business hitting. You
Yeah.
know, you didn't know that he was that. You know, because again, you're not in the hood. You don't know. You don't know who the enemies really are. You know what I'm saying?
Where are you from?
Kansas City, Missouri.
Kansas City, Missouri. I come to Kansas City, Missouri. I'm Ice-T, and I go out on one of those blocks and I
Yep.
start getting involved in their gang shit. It's just not.
No. It's and I've been in LA 20 years, you know, and I know Pyrus, I know niggas from Grape Street, from Santana, all over. But it's different, you know, you can be associated and know people, but you don't take on, oh yeah, I rock with niggas from woo woo woo.
When
I don't know what
When I
goes
say
on
this,
over there.
I don't know if it's resonating. I'm saying you're dealing with niggas that are never gonna make a record. Like,
Right.
they're not in our world. They're in a whole nother world.
Right.
And a lot of them have animosity towards you.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Ice-T, yo, you rapping about me living. You know, you
Yeah.
rapping how I'm living.
Exactly.
Some of them's like, go on. I remember when I first started rapping and, you know, the gangbangers be like, yo, you say 111 in our, you know, they want me to say the sets, you know. But then some of them be like, yo, nigga, like, they could have an attitude because I might pull up with a badder bitch.
Yeah.
I might be doing something that they not. Remember, these are...
Let's talk about the rappers for a minute. Can we talk about the rappers for a moment? Let's talk about Tupac Shakur for a moment. Tupac Shakur is a child of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, born out of the spirit of the revolution of the 60s. Tupac Shakur, fire in his bones. Huh? Boldness and rebellion in his blood. Born from his beautiful, bold Black Panther mama, Afeni. Sitting in the jail cell, a revolutionary woman carrying the fruit of life. Marking the child in her womb. Marking the child with rebellion, marking the child with insurrection, marking the child with a spirit to not go along with what's been going on.